89.9 FM, the East Bay's best variety. I got my dude, Flesh and Bone, Bone Thugs in Harmony on the line. What's up, man?
Oh, man, what's going on, man? Just checking y'all out over there, man. What's going on at the next level, man?
You know, we just following up with my dude, Flesh, man, and just trying to see what's popping with him, man. Can we get a follow up of what's popping with you?
Oh yeah, most certainly. You know, so me and the fellas, me and the Bone Brothers, we just released our 10th studio record, World War III. You feel what I'm saying? I need everybody to check that out on iTunes. You can get it at Best Buy, Target, $11.99, $10.99. You feel what I'm saying? You know, y'all got paid last week. This week, y'all getting paid. Everything. I need y'all to support the brothers, support myself, man. A lot of hot original stuff on there, produced by none other than DJ Unique. You feel what I'm saying? Bringing all the original hardcore head cracking street funk back.
Yes, of course. So, man, real quick, for everybody, like, say, like the youngsters right now that are tuned in, listening to you live on the radio, can you give us a revamp of who Flesh and Bone is and Bone Thugs, and a quick history lesson for the youngsters right now?
Well, you can go back. You can go back to NWA. Eazy-E discovered Bone Thugs in Harmony in 1993. We dropped our first studio EP called "Creeping on the Come Up" in 1994.
Yeah.
Busy, crazy. Wish. Myself, Flesh and Bone. 5 brothers from Cleveland, Ohio. Been getting it in 20 years. Made a real huge impact in the game, where everybody, that's like a lot of people, seem to be following our footsteps and implementing our style and everything. We pay homage. A lot of folks pay homage and everything, and we appreciate the direction. A lot of young cats that's coming up in the game now, just really following the footsteps of Bone Thugs in Harmony, using a few elements here and there. So we've been getting it in quite a bit. Just a little bit of brief history. A couple Grammys up under our belts and everything, and we ain't going nowhere. We the Rolling Stones of hip hop.
Yeah, most definitely, man. Flesh, man, you've been in the game for a minute, man. For any youngsters that are trying to come up in the game, do you have any tips for the young guys that are trying to get into hip hop? And if so, what would they be?
I mean, you have to really, being an artist it entails a lot of determination. You got to be an innovator in your own craft. You have to be a creator and inventor in your own craft. Not so much, you feel me, once you get your niche, once you understand what that is, you stick to it. You got to be able to develop as much content as possible, whether it's from the visual content, whether it's from the studio content, your merchandising, and you have to really get on and wear several hats in today's industry. You got to get out there and get on that social media like a monster. You got to kill. You got to crack the Instagrams. You got to crack the Twitters, the Facebooks, the MySpace, whatever, the YouTubes, all of that. And today's industry is 1,000 times different from the industry coming up in the 90s when me and Bone Thugs first kicked down the door.
Yeah.
So you gotta be a huge connoisseur when it comes to music.
Yeah.
You gotta really be able to get out there and attack several different lanes. You gotta be able to be that pot of gumbo in order to be able to say, okay, this is who I am, in order to have people worthy to, okay, this is worthy, this is worthy of my listening to, or my dollars, to be able to support these artists out here.
Yeah.
So you gotta really be able to be that type of wear those type of hats in order to be successful today.
Yes. With Eazy-E, how did you get connected with Eazy-E?
That was a real Cinderella, not Cinderella, but it was one of the picture fairy tale book type stories, man. We were in Cleveland, we hopped on the bus, came to California, didn't know nobody, was going door to door, you feel what I'm saying? Hit up chased down a couple of celebrities, you feel what I'm saying? Ice-T was one of them, it was a couple of them, slips my mind right now. And but yeah, we auditioned for a couple of people. We auditioned to Eazy-E. We called his office. He ended up calling us back like a couple weeks later, and we auditioned for him on the phone. He was doing a tour in Cleveland. We hustled up money to get back to Cleveland. Met him backstage, and it was history from then on. He asked us what we wanted to do, and we was like, "Hey, yo, we ready." And he was like, "Okay, we'll get y'all." He had us in the studio recording, Creeping on the Come Up the following week.
what did you because you know he's a legend as well. Rest in peace. Did you learn anything from Eazy-E? And if so, what did you learn from him?
Man, Eazy-E was a marketing genius. You feel me? He was the one where we learned our first lessons on what it takes to be successful. First of all, one of the things we used to bicker and bitch a lot about money, where the money. But he was like, okay, in order to get to the money, you need content, you need music. You feel me? So we had just barely had our first record out. And we was like screaming, okay, we want to get paid. We need money. Well, so he was like, okay, you need money, then you need more music. You can't even do a show without a nice arsenal of music. And you get paid from a show, you need music to do a show. You need music to do a video. You need music to create that CD. That's like what I was saying before. The more content, the better visual content. Eazy-E single-handedly got us out there, put together the video crews. He took all of the photos. He took us all to, he was doing all the radio stuff. He did everything. He was a one-stop shop. When it came to marketing and promoting, he did it grassroots style, straight out the trunk.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Go ahead, my bad.
So he was that type of guru. He was a boss, hands down, all the way through, and he did it all himself, and he showed us how to do it. This is why we came out with Mo Thug Records no sooner than we dropped Creeping on the Come Up. We had our whole Cleveland camp, Mo Thug Records. 3 or 4 of those artists went gold in 1995. You feel what I'm saying? We had Too True. We had the Graveyard Shift. We had the Poetic Customers. You see what I'm saying? All these artists were successful. Born Bone Thugs and Harmony's label back in 1995. He showed us how to do it immediately. We took action. We put everything that he showed us into action right away, man, and it paid off.
Okay, that's what's up. So, when Eazy-E passed away, did it affect the whole Bone Thugs, or how did it affect the whole Bone Thugs as well as yourself, Flesh and Bone?
I mean, you know, it shook us up real bad. It shook us up. We had just cracked the gates. We just cracked the gates, and here we only spent like a good 2 years getting to know Eazy before he passed away. So we really took that hard. He passed before East 1999 Eternal could even see the light of day, and we kind of like was like out here in California when he passed. You know, I hopped the train back to Cleveland and was like back in the hood for a while. You know, I'm thinking about what we gonna do, but some people were able to step up to the plate, pull Ruthless Records together, and they saved it. You feel me? But it took us hard, man. Eazy-E, his last couple of years, I would say, was some of his best years because, you know, we were able to embrace him as a brother, as a mentor, and he passed the torch on to us. That we appreciate, thankful for, but it did have a serious impact on all of us. Took it had a devastating impact on us.
Yeah. So how did you proceed forward with after Eazy passed? How did Bone Thugs proceed forward? Like, what steps did you guys take to keep it moving?
I mean, you know, me personally, I had a hard time, bro. You know, like after E passed, you know, my shit got more rockier and rockier as the months went past. You feel me?
Right.
And you know, I ended up getting one arrest after the other until I ended up landing up in prison for 10 years. So it went real bad for me. You feel? And on top of that, I was able to release a successful solo record, THUGS True, Humble United Gathering Souls, the platinum record. You feel me? But on top of that, like after Eazy passed, I was just like I was everywhere to and fro.
Yeah.
The rest of the fellas, you know, everybody went through a little spell. Even Busy Bone went through his little spell in dealing with the people that had took over Ruthless Records. Everything wasn't smooth sailing in a sense.
Yes.
But we were Bone Thugs and Harmony. Being a family-oriented group is one of the only reasons why we are still around today. One of the only groups that exist in hip-hop. Now, you got these new groups out here, Back Hippie, you got Black Eyed Peas and everything, but not to the extent Bone Thugs and Harmony is still together. We can go through all types of stuff. Put any other group in that type of scenario, and they do what they always do.